Hi everyone, welcome back. So back out. Say it's quite a bright day. It's been sort of heavy rain this morning, so heavy rain. It's still quite windy as well. So I apologise if there's interference from the wind. Anyway, as you can see from behind me, it's now bright sunshine. So the cloud and rain has cleared. Yeah, and it's turned into a bright day, and you'll sort of probably see from me squinting. So I'm back out on the River Nene. I'm on the backwater at the moment, so gonna have gonna have a little move about today. I've dropped into a swim where I've had previous success. So firstly, what I'm trying to do is just sort of check on an area, see if there's any fish around, and ideally I'm just aiming to catch one fish. If I can do that, then that's great. So I'm going to drop into a couple of areas, see how they go, and then I'm going to just move around. I'm probably going to stay here into darkness, so I'll see how I'll just sort of see how the fishery is in terms of people on it, and see where I can get, and sort of just make a decision from there. So bait wise today, so I'm just back on the 3-foot twitch baits. Got Lamprey and Smoked Herring, Deliver, and I've got Redemption Black as well. So I'm just going to alternate between those. Just be fishing dumbbells, so that's all I have, dumbbells, and I wrap those in paste. That formula's worked for me so far this season, so I'm going to stick to that. I do like the bait and flick out a few free helpings. So I'm not sort of targeting a specific area when I flick out baits. I'm just spreading bait, so I want fish to search around. Certainly, if you've watched Barbel feeding or sort of cruising around areas, they do sort of a loop. So what I'm wanting to do is just loop around and see if I can trip one up. Yeah, I'm going to probably stay in where I am probably for about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour. And if there's nothing here, I'll just move on. So that's generally what it is. I won't sit out in one swim here. Sort of keep on your toes. So Mr. Chub has come along. I thought it was a chub bite. It was sort of flicked round a little bit and then dropped back. So excellent. Wasn't expecting that, but it's more than welcome. Over there. Excellent. Nice chub. Maybe £4 if I'm lucky. I'll be being a bit optimistic. yeah, good start. It's quite interesting as well, the sort of colours on it here, I think on the other side as well. Ooh. Yeah, sort of bronzy colours on it. Quite a lively fish. Excellent. Well, good start. It's a fish. Yeah, really pleased with that. No. Gutted. Right, give you a quick update. So I've had the chub. It's quite a it's quite a good surprise. It was a sort of typical chub bite. Sort of picked it up, dropped it, picked it up, dropped it. So it was like sort of tip was bending and flicking back, and then the fish had sort of gone into the far side vegetation, but it came through. Nice fish, nice to see. Got some recognisable marks on it, so hopefully one for the future. And then I had the other take, so rod slammed round. That was a barbel. The way it was going, certainly going upstream. So I think I had it on for, I don't know, 30 seconds if I was lucky. It was a pre-tied rig, and I did look. I was aware that I had quite a long hair on, so I have got some rigs tied up like that. And generally, I'll use sort of 2 dumbbells and a big lump of paste on there. It's like a sort of big bait rig for me. But yeah, I suspect the fish had sort of picked up the bait, and maybe the hook hadn't gone into its mouth. So I sort of had it on, stripped some line, and then unfortunately slackened off. So yeah, these things happen. It's nice to see that there's fish around now, or there was a fish around. So on that basis, I've sat it out in the same swim. So I thought it was a good sign. I thought I'd hang it out, give it another hour. So I've sort of rebaited, recast, and I'm just sort of holding out for a bite. So I've got an alarm set. So when my time's up, I'm gonna get on my toes. I'm gonna maybe go back up stream. So go up the backwater. There's an area sort of target up there. Maybe drop in there for 3/4 of an hour, and then move off from there. So gutted to lose a fish. I've had a couple of decent fish from this area recently. So a 13 and a 14. I think I had an 8 as well. Was it an 8? I can't quite remember. I think I had an 8 as well. So really gutted. It always feels like the biggest fish ever once you've lost it. But can't do much about it. I guess just take the positives that there's fish around and they're feeding, and hopefully they'll be back. There's so many flies around here as well. Just spending my time sort of waving my arms around. So I guess if anyone's looking at me from distance, not that I suspect they would be, but it's probably just wondering what I'm doing, because I just keep flapping around. Yeah, it's really weird. It's really quite warm now. The sun's out, so I'm probably getting the burnt face. I did take out my suntan lotion the other day, so I thought there's pretty much not really that much point in keeping it in the bag now. Sort of summer's gone, sort of getting quite cold and autumnal, but typically it's a bright sort of sunshiny afternoon. So anyway, stick at it. Hopefully I'll be able to pick a fish up where I am, and all has forgotten about the fish I lost earlier. Otherwise I'm going to be kicking myself for a lost fish, but I can't undo it. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Right, slight change of plan. So I was going to move. Something's just told me just to stay where I am. I've had a I've had a chub. I've lost a fish. Could be one that I come to regret now sitting it out here, but I thought I'd give it about another sort of 30-40 minutes here rather than sort of walking up, getting into another swim. Yeah, the plan is now is just to sit out here for like another 30-40 minutes. I was getting, well, I had some knocks last time I cast out, and I'd yeah, just had a sort of feeling that something was sniffing around. I mean, it could well be chub, just picking up the bait and so on. But yeah, I sort of think where there's fish, I mean, I sort of stand a chance if I move up, stand a chance if I stay here. But something's just told me to stay here before I move further downstream. So yeah, starting to get a bit of cloud cover coming in, so I think there's a bit of rain forecast. Big grey clouds to my right, so thankfully I've missed those. And then yeah, it's a good bit of cloud cover, so hopefully if it does rain, it won't get too wet. I've got the waterproofs in the bag. I've got a brolly as well, just in case. But it's really gusty, so I don't really want to have to put a brolly up and then spend the time sort of holding it, and even though I would pin it down. So yeah, so I'm going to sit it out here. Hopefully it's the right decision, only time will tell, and see what happens. Okay, so I made the move after sitting there for about an hour, or sitting in the last room for about an hour, and then regretting that I'd sat there, but I guess that's just one of those things. So yeah, I'm back. I'm downstream. I'm on the main river now, so very blustery, as you can see from my hair that keeps blowing around. Yeah, apologies if there's interference from the wind. So it's really quite gusty at the moment. It's a bit of cloud, but generally it's pretty clear. It doesn't look like it's gonna yeah, doesn't look like we'll get much in the way of cloud cover. But yeah, it's strong breeze, lots of debris coming down the river as well, lots of branches and lots of leaves. So it's probably just something it's just gonna have to manage. So yeah, both rods are out, so I can fish with two rods on the main river. You're only allowed one on the backwater. So I've put them out. I've put one sort of just in front, maybe just slightly to the right, and then one downstream. And then yeah, just guess it's waiting out and see how it goes. The clocks have gone back today, so yeah, it's same amount of fishing really. It's just the time's different, but yeah, let's see what happens. Like I say, I've got both rods out. Just going to alternate baits now, so I've got the Black Redemption or Redemption Black and D-liver, Lamprey and Smoked Herring. So I'm just going to alternate hook baits between those, switch around, little PVA bags as well, just for a bit of added attraction and see what happens. So could really do with the sun going down, to be honest, because it's bright sunshine as I'm keep staring into it, and then I have to squint for a while. But yeah, well, I think once the sun goes down, that will hopefully increase my chances. So yeah, let's wait and see what happens. Right, so probably last 3/4 of an hour. So so far I've had nothing where I am at the moment. It's been really windy. I mean, it still is, but yeah, it's been really gusty. Wind's hopefully starting to die down a little bit now. if you're starting to sort of top, so there's quite a decent fish topped out in front of me, so typically my rod's are either side of that. So yeah, I don't know if it was a barbel, I couldn't quite see it, but yeah, it did look like a decent fish. So yeah, the sun's gone down, temperature's gone down as well, so it's quite nippy, and then just hoping as it starts to sort of go into darkness, one of the rods goes off. So yeah, it's been a beautiful day, apart from the wind. After the rains from earlier on, it cleared out and quite bright and sunny. Not ideal for fishing, but yeah, fish were definitely on the feed, as I lost that one earlier on. I wouldn't say lost it, I dropped it. I wouldn't say it was, didn't snap the line or lose it in weed. I just don't think it hooked. So there was definitely one barbel on the feed, but hey ho, got a little bit of time left, so fingers crossed and see what happens. Just as I was packing up. Now I think, let's see what we can find out. Fish is just going, it's plodding quite a lot. Seems to want to go upstream. Oh, just saw it on the surface there. There we go. In the left. Fantastic. Well, I didn't think it was going to happen. And then I just sort of packed up one rod. The other one just kicked in, so let's get this fish out. Full of beans. $10.10. Well, I didn't think it was going to happen. Lost the fish earlier on. So this fish, really pleased. Let's take a look at the other side. This one came on Redemption Black, wrapped in paste. So, well, I think it was that one, yeah. Beautiful. With a nick out of one of its fins there.